because this lake's got them. But you know that's how it go. We'll go to the next one.
Absolutely, they obviously do. When you're looking at a co-angler fifth big fish at 613 and a pro big fish at 532 for the fifth place.
Yeah, that's just solid. Like I said, the lake's got them, and you know, great job to Wild West, Sonora, Tuolumne County for bringing us here. You know, hopefully you guys will team up and they'll bring us back out. I'd love to come back out.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it, man. Good luck to you. Next up, Mr. Graham Grove fished with Ken today. Go ahead, Graham. Sit right inside of there, bud.
Well, how was it? It was a good day. Another good day. It was awesome fish with Ken. Learned a lot, and yeah, he's an awesome dude.
That's what we do when we come out here as a co-angler. We're going to add 1139 to yesterday's weight and give you a total of 2301. All right, bud. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay. This thing is, the computer is thinking, so we got to go ahead. You can set it in there, and it will do that. Mr. Keith Adams, how you doing today, Keith?
Good, Jason. How are you doing?
All right, bud. A lot better than it was yesterday out here. I know that. So looks like you had 1045 to yesterday's weight. Probably not going to keep you around for tomorrow.
No, definitely not. We'll see how my son does. He's fishing on as a backseater here, so he was kind of right in the middle pack. So if he could better his weight, maybe I get to watch him fish. But I'd like to say thanks to my sponsors, Spiderlight Rods, Gamma Fishing Line, Phil's Propellers, and really appreciate you guys coming out here and doing this.
Well, thank you, man. It's really a pleasure to have you out here and also have your son out here fishing with us as well. All right. Good luck next one. Thanks, buddy. Next up, Mr. Sean Hill fished on the back of the boat today. How you doing, Sean?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
Good, man. You had 1182 yesterday. What are we going to add to that today?
Not much, I'll tell you that.
Not as much as yesterday. 827. We're going to add that to it. It's going to give you a 2009. So thanks for coming to fishing with Wild West, bud.
Thank you,
all right, man. Good seeing you. We got a guy holding his bag with two hands right here coming up. Mr. Will Duncan? Is that who we're going at?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was a good day, better than yesterday, but need a little more.
Well, right on. Congratulations. You got 1127 to add to yesterday. It looked like you had 1068 yesterday.
Yeah, sure did. It was fun. Can't wait to come back.
Awesome. Thanks, bud. Thanks for coming and fishing with us. Next up, it looks like Spencer.
Yep.
Spencer Herrera. Come on, fishing on the back of the boat here. Had 1314 yesterday. Here, step over this way a little bit and they can actually see you on the camera. You're going to add 813 to that today.
Awesome.
You had a good time?
Yeah, I had a really good time. I just want to thank both my pros. They put me on fish, and it was fun.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Spencer. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Next up, professional angler, Mr. Clayton Essick, had 1332 yesterday. How you doing, Clayton?
That's good. It's great. Great lake. It's a big fish in this thing.
Amazing how many big fish. I mean, look, we had, I can't count the number of fish over 5 pounds yesterday.
Oh, this lake's amazing. I hope we come back. You know, I didn't know these fish get so deep, but there's some awesome. This is an awesome fishery, so hopefully Wild West comes back here.
Well, Clayton, it's a pleasure having you. We're going to add 1039 to your weight from yesterday, and good luck to you later on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next up, Mr. Frankie Mendez. He had 830 yesterday. How you doing, Frankie?
Good. Yourself? Good, bud. Anybody you want to say hi to, or? Not really.
You don't want to talk on there. Well, you did better than you had yesterday. You ended up with 911 today. It's going to give you a total of 1741 for the weekend.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thanks, bud. You're going to take your fish because I can't keep those up here. Get you some water right around the corner there. Okay, hold on just a second. We're going to fix this. All right, we are not going to have our digital readout. Obviously, it decided to take a bad turn for us. So, all right, Alex Niapos, we're going to have a put your fish in here, sir. You had 1280 yesterday. We're not going to have a digital readout, but you can see it right there. Looks like we're going to add 999 to yesterday's weight, give you a total of 2279.
Yeah, it was a struggle this whole weekend for me. The timing was totally off. I made the wrong decisions.
You do fish around here quite a bit, though, so I know that you do know the lake.
I do. I was around big fish, but it was just, I think, bad timing.
Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us, sir. It was a pleasure. Better luck on the next one, sir. Next up, Mr. Richard Leo fished with Alex Niapos today. Richard had 1428 yesterday.
Well, it was a little tougher today, but I still I did good. I'm hoping to get a check. I think I'm good.
Looks like you're going to add 1162 to that. That's going to give you 2590 for the weekend. That's a pretty good weight.
That should get me paid, right?
Don't ask me. We'll have to find out at the end of the day. You're about the 6th person to weigh in, so there's a whole bunch more people.
I'm in the top 6, right?
Yep, you are. Thanks, buddy. All right, next up. How you doing, sir? All right, on time. We're doing some searching here so they can try and figure out where we're at. Mr. Doug Slayton. I don't mind. My hands get wet all day long. Doug had 10:30. No, he didn't. That was Clayton Eslick. Our computer is working extremely slow. 10:34 yesterday for Doug. We're going to add 10:65 to it today. That's going to put you at 20.99 for the weekend.
Yeah, I had a rough go at it. Had to get the big motor on the trolling motor batteries to make it back, and it was a little nerve-wracking, and caught what we caught and had a great time.
Well, Doug, thanks for coming out and fishing with us, sir. All right. Better luck at the next one.
Yes, sir.
Next up, Mr. Martin DeHaven. How you doing, Martin? You had 11:32 yesterday. Looks like you did pretty good today.
Yeah, I had another decent day.
Looks like you're going to add 11:47, and that give you 22.79. That's only 3 pounds behind the leader.
Well, you know, I had a good day. Last 2 days were great. My pro draws were excellent fishermen. Had a lot of good water to fish. Just you have to catch a big fish out here to really jump up, and hopefully this gets me in the check range and maybe fishing tomorrow. I don't know.
Excellent. Well, you know what? You definitely have to catch a big one. I mean, the 5th place co-angler big fish is 6 pounds right now. So good luck to you tomorrow, sir. Thank you. Next up, Mr. Jared Perkins had 8:09 yesterday. How you doing, Jared?
I'm doing all right.
Well, it looks like we're going to add about 10.94 to that. It's going to give you, what, just over 19 pounds, 19.03.
Yeah, yesterday I had a pretty rough day. I only weighed in 4 fish, and I dumped a big one at the boat, probably about 7+. So it cost me, but it was still fun.
Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us, bud. Good luck to you. All right, next up, co-angler, Mr. Chair Vang. How you doing, Chair? Good, how are you? You had 14.18 yesterday. A little bit smaller today?
Yeah.
A lot of fish. 997 is what we're going to add to that. Give you a 24.15 for the weekend.
Yo, I'll take it. You want to say hi to anybody at home? Yeah, I want to say hi to my wife and my son in that red truck right there.
They drove down here to come see you.
Yeah.
I know that's a 4-hour drive for them to come down there and visit, so thanks for coming to fishing with us, Chair. Next up, pro angler Mr. J.R. Wright had 13:08 yesterday. How'd you do today, J.R.?
A little smaller.
A little bit smaller today?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it was a tougher day, but I want to thank, Wild West for putting on a great program out here and Pal Rods. But, these guys talk about snow. I left Truckee with no snow, and my wife's been snow blowing for 3 days, and we got over 4.5 feet in the driveway right now.
Well, you're quite a bit behind the leader. It looks like you're going to have 1191 added on. Nope, that's Brian Essex. She already switched the screen on me. I don't know what your total is for the 2 days, but they'll have it on their slip back behind, okay? Thanks, JR. Appreciate it, man. Good luck tomorrow. All right, Mr. Eslick. Brian Eslick coming up here. He got to fish with his son yesterday. So today he fished with JR. He had 873 yesterday. And today we're going to go a little bit better than that, 1066.
All right. He had a great time with JR. It was great. We had caught a lot of fish and had fun.
Right on. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Brian. Have a good day, sir. All righty. Next up is going to be pro angler Mr. John Pearl. No problem. We're going to wait for just a second here, but we can still get the fish on the scale and they can see what it is. Guess what?
You get to talk. What do you want me to talk about? Just talk Oh, what you want to talk about. Well, I had different expectations when I came here, and I didn't expect the fish to be this deep, and it turned out to be TV screen fishing, really, just like Shasta, and weather kind of messed up the big fish, so yeah. Yep, but that's it.
Well, John, thanks for coming and fishing with us. Are we about ready back there on the backside? All right, we had 1110 added to John's weight. Looks like he has 2302 for the weekend. John, thank you for helping me kill a little bit of time, buddy. Good to see you. All right, next up, Mr. Brian Coy fished with John today. Yesterday, we'll see what you had, 987 yesterday. Not quite the same day. It looks like you got 843 added to that today. That's going to give you a total of 1830 for the weekend.
Right on. Good.
good fun out here, guys. I would like to see more people out here doing this. These guys put on a good show.
Well, thanks for coming and joining us, man. I appreciate it, sir. All right, next up, Mr. Ryan Voorhees had 13:35 yesterday. Go ahead, set him inside there, sir.
Good day today. Everything completely changed. The fish were here yesterday and here today, but the bite was about the same.
Well, you're going to add 13:27 to yesterday's total for 26:62. Not a bad total for both days. Right now, you're the current leader.
I'll take it. Probably won't hold up, but I'll take it.
Probably not. I absolutely understand, but good luck to you, sir. Thank you for coming out and fishing Wild West. All right, Mr. Greg Olson. Yesterday, I don't have a weight for yesterday.
No, I didn't have any yesterday.
Didn't have the fish yesterday. Well, I don't think that's going to get you up there, but that's a lot better than yesterday.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with my my pro.
Well, I hope you had an all right time for the rest of the weekend. It's 792 is what we're going to give you for the weekend, but I hope you enjoyed your experience out here and you come back and do it with us again.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next up, pro angler, Mr. How you doing, buddy? Mr. Ron Brugman. How'd you do yesterday, Ron? Not any good yesterday either?
No. You know, I came here thinking that we'd be able to throw swim baits and fish like everybody told me it fishes like Berryessa. I figured it would. Definitely did not. A lot of light line and just finesse fishing all weekend.
I know a couple of weeks ago when we were here, it was actually very warm, and the fish were moving up, and guys were doing that. So, unfortunately, this cold front just changes them, and it does the same thing on Berryessa when that happens.
Oh yeah, same thing there. We had, you know, with the weather that was here the week before and then bringing them up and pushing them back out, I think it put a big hurt on them.
Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us. We're going to add 946 to your total for the weekend. You got 1748. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Ron. Good to see you, buddy. Next up, Mr. Joshua Ireland fished with Ron today. You had a good time?
I want to say thanks to PJ, man. He was awesome angler, great guy, awesome day on the water. Had a great time.
Right on. We're going to add 1031 to your weight. That is going to give you, looks like about 2149 for the weekend. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, bud. All right, man. Good to see you. Next up, Mr. Pro Angler Michael Wright. How you doing, Michael?
Been better.
You've been better?
Yeah, it's got slow for me today. Did what I could. How it goes.
I absolutely understand. You had 1343 yesterday, and we're going to add 874 today.
Yeah, I'll take it. I haven't been fishing for a little while. Got back out. Hopefully I can make the next couple. I want to say hi to my kid because I got yelled at last night by a 4-year-old. Hi, buddy. I'll see you tonight.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Michael. Drive safe getting home. I know where you got to go. Next up, Mr. Peyton Adams. Fishing on the back of the boat. He had 913 yesterday. Going to have that today?
No, I don't think so. It's tough. Tough fight.
Not quite. You're going to go 819 today. That's going to give you just over 17 pounds for the weekend.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, yesterday I was on them and caught 15 keepers, and today was just tough. So I'd like to thank both my pros. I had a great time, so I think it was pretty good for my first time on the lake. So.
Right on. Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with Wild West, bud. Have a good day. Next up, Mr. Daniel Eckhart. We're going to weigh a big fish for Daniel. Hold that dude up. It's got to be a 532 is what it's going to take to get in the top 5. Think we're going to get there with that? No, we're not. That's going to 4, and it's still moving. 412, 412. Put that back inside of there. Set them up in there, sir. Yesterday you had 1077.
Better day today, for sure.
Definitely better. 1344 added to that, so we give you 2421 for the weekend.
All right, good. I'll take it.
All right, bud. Thanks for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Next up, co-angler, Mr. Ron Rogers. Fished with him yesterday. Looks like, what did you have yesterday, Ron? 1251 yesterday. You have that today?
No.
No. He's got 907 added to that today. It's going to give you 2158.
More than I thought I had. Anyway.
Well, that's a good deal. All right, bud. You want to say hi to anybody?
Just a second. I just want to thank all the Dobbins crew and all of the Wild West crew, and then of course my favorite supporter at home, Susie. Thank you.
All right, bud. Thanks for coming and fishing with us, Ron. Next up, Mr. Gary Collins had 717 yesterday on the front of the boat. Better day today?
A little better. Still tough out there.
Yeah, it's a tough bite. I absolutely hear it. It's 873, so that's going to give you just over 15 pounds for the weekend. Thank you for coming out. And you want to say hi to anybody?
I'm good. Thank you.
Ready to get out of here. Absolutely. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it, sir. We're going to get there. I know, but I'm going to wait. I want to get your weight. That way I can say it. Mr. Adam Buchholz at 951.
Can I put this down? Can you put that?
You didn't come up here carrying it with both hands, so I didn't think it really hurt your arm that much.
No, it didn't. Not at all.
You're going to add 972 to that. It's going to give you a total of about 1923 now.
Okay.
All right, well, there you go. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you coming up and fishing with us, buddy. Have a good day. Yeah, you can definitely set it in there. Mr. Blaine Christensen, yesterday had 710. Definitely a better bag today.
Yeah, I just hit the same spots in different order and just kind of got lucky.
Well, that's a good way to get 1383 added to your total of 2093 is what you have now for the weekend.
Thank you. You want to say hi to anybody? Nope, you are good. You're ready to be done.
All right, bud. Next up, Collinger, Mr. Craig Main. Yesterday he had 1048. Is that what you had yesterday? Yep. We're going to add a little more to that today?
We're going to add a little more to that today. We actually had an awesome day today. It was a beautiful sunrise, and we had the clear water and the bass coming up shaking his head, Bass Pro style. It's a great morning.
Right on. We're going to add 1166 to that for 2214 for the weekend.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Craig. Appreciate you coming out, buddy. Thanks, man. Next up, Mr. Jay Bradshaw. Looks like you had what, around not enough yesterday? You want me to whisper that?
No, I'm proud. It's pretty.
We love this sport. We actually know we have to take our lumps every once in a while. We're going to add 718 to yesterday. That's going to give you a total of 15 for the weekend.
Yeah, it's brutal.
You want to say hi to anybody?
My wife.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah, she's due in 2 months.
She's in the car.
Yeah, our first child. I'm pretty excited.
Right on. Well, congratulations, Jay. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. Next up, Mr. Tony Botello out of the back of the boat. Yesterday had 1101. How'd you do today, Tony?
I had a good time. Caught fish. Wish they're a little bit bigger, but they're what they are.
Absolutely. We're going to add 986 to that for a total of 2087 for the weekend.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right, Tony. Thanks for coming and fishing with us, buddy. Next up, the pro is O'Neill Martin. I don't have his boat number. Boat number 73. That is how we find them a little bit faster on the computer, was by getting their boat numbers. Yesterday, O'Neill had 7 pounds. We're going to add 998 to that. You want to say hi to anybody, O'Neill?
Just say hi to my family, hi to my boys. You guys put on a spectacular show. Can't wait for the next one.
Well, thanks for coming out. I know your wife's out here somewhere, so I saw her hanging out with you this weekend. There she is. Thanks, O'Neill. Appreciate it. Co-angler Clara Rickaball fished with him today. Yesterday was not a great day for you, Clara, but you caught a fish.
Yeah, and today I caught 2.
Well, then you know what? You doubled what you did yesterday then. So that's a good thing. You've been coming out here supporting Wild West, and we really thank you coming out.
You're welcome. And I'll see you in Havasu.
You're going to come down to Havasu?
And hopefully I'll get 3 there.
Havasu is actually a little tougher than fishing here, but all right. Thank you, Clara. Next up, Mr. Juan Acosta. How you doing, Juan? You had 1361 yesterday.
Yeah, today was tough, man. I struggled big time.
All right, we're going to add 781 to that, give you a total of 2142 for the weekend.
Yeah, no, thanks. I want to say hi to my wife and my kids, and thank you guys.
Thanks, Juan. Thanks for coming out, bud. Next up, Mr. Kerry Harris. Fished with Juan, had 975 yesterday. Looks like you did all right today.
I did all right. It was a good day. Want to say what's up to the guys over at North Valley Tackle. My son Travis, how you doing, son? And it was a great time today. Don Pedro's got a lot of great fish in and had a good time.
We're going to add 1041 to your weight, and then we'll see what your total is going to be. 2016 is going to be your total for the weekend.
All right, that's a good total.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Cody, come on up, bud. All right, next up, Cody Murray. We're going to weigh a pro big fish, and that's going to take one of those top 5 spots away right now. I can tell you that.
Another blessed day, man. Just got out there and went hard. Didn't catch a lot of fish today, but got one of the right bites for sure.
Good deal. We had 1726 yesterday. We're going to add 558 for your big fish. That right there is going to put it in, what is that, 4th place big fish right now. All right, put that inside of there. Add a little bit of weight to yesterday. What's that total going to give you? Let's go with 1372 added to that.
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, anytime you can go out there and catch them 2 days in a row is a good derby.
Absolutely. You're at 3098. You're the current leader, so we'll see how long that holds up or stays up there, hopefully in the top 10.
As long as it stays up there, I'll be pretty happy. Just want to say hi to my family at home, my wife and kids, and everybody there. Just appreciate everybody watching and all the support. So thank you guys for being out here. It's always a blast fishing the tournaments.
Thanks, Cody. Appreciate it, sir. Get your fish right here. They'll get you taken care of on your side of the trailer. Next up, Mr. Dan Biker had 621 yesterday. You fished with Cody today? I did. How would you, your day wasn't quite as good as his was.
Nor as his partners yesterday.
Yep.
But we got what we got.
We're going to add 723 to that, give you a total of 1344 for the weekend. Thank you for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Here you go. You get to take your fish. I don't get to keep those. I can't keep those. My pockets aren't that big. Next up, pro angler Mr. Alex Klein. We're going to weigh a big fish for him. You did find one out there. I think it's going to get in the 530, 540 range? No. I don't think so. It's going to be 503. You got it? All right. Put that back in the bag there. Alex is our super clean pro this year. How you doing, sir?
I was doing good. I had a good time out there. I was fishing with Jason. He's actually dominating the co-angler side, and he caught him again today. So we had a good time, a lot of laughs, and we had fun. So got a couple big ones, and an overall good day.
Absolutely. You're going to add 1228 to that, give you a total of 2329 for the weekend.
Thank you. It was fun, and I'll see you at the next one.
All right, bud. Thanks, Alex. Next up is our leader on the co-angler side. Yesterday, Mr. Jason Folks had 2378 yesterday, and it looks like you had a 770 to go with that yesterday. I don't think you have one of those in there today, but you still did just fine.
Did okay. I'm going to say hi to the wife sitting at home watching me on the computer. She's in suspense. She didn't get it okay on what I was catching, so now you can see him, babe.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and put it in there. Yep, set it right inside of there. We're going to add this total to your weight for the 2 days. You have 1315 today. Give you a total of 3793.
Wow.
That is a great bag. More than likely will get you in tomorrow, no problem. So, all right, sir, thank you very much. Anybody want to say thank you to?
I got to say thank you to Wild West for coming out and giving us the opportunity to do this. This is the first time I've ever fished this lake, and it is an absolute phenomenal fishery. You locals don't realize what you have here for big fish. I'm up from Shasta, from Anderson area, so I get to fish for little spots, not these big, giant, largemouth.
Well, thank you, sir. Looks like you're probably going to be fishing tomorrow. So. All right, Jason, thank you. Next up, professional angler, Mr. Vince Hurtado. How you doing, Vince? Yesterday you had a 1061. Looks like you beat that today.
Yeah, I got a nice one in. You know what? It was tough, but I'm really happy to be out here. I live in Turlock. I hope we come back. I know Black Oak was great to us, but this is an amazing fishery, and hopefully we get here, soon.
Yeah, that food Black Oak served us on Thursday night was pretty amazing.
Hey, I'll travel 2 hours for that food.
That was excellent. We're going to add 1191 to your total. It's going to give you 2252 for the weekend. I don't know if that's going to get you in the hunt for tomorrow, but thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us, Vince. Next up, Mr. Brian Cogburn fished with Vince. Yesterday, Brian had 495. Looks like he did better than that today.
A little bit better. I fished in the nursery today.
You did, but at least you got to catch some fish. That's good.
I did. I had a great time. Thanks for coming out to the Motherlode. It's nice to not travel and pack a suitcase and save some money.
Absolutely, and you are very familiar with this lake. 746 is going to be added to your total, so that's going to be 1241. Thank you for coming out and supporting us, and thank you for all your help with the information on the lake, Brian.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Next up, Mr. Jerry Johnson had 989 yesterday. How you doing today, sir?
Better than yesterday, but not good enough.
Well, definitely better than yesterday. We're going to add 1390 to that to give you a total of 2379.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Anybody you want to say thank you to? Or are you just ready to get off the stage? All righty, sir. I absolutely understand. Right now, it looks like on the co-angler side, you still have to have a 613 to get big fish money. Believe big fish money on the pro side, we're going to pay 5 places. Each big fish can be worth $1,050. On the co-angler side, it's just right around $500. Holy cow, we're going to weigh a good one for Joseph today. Mr. Joseph Weekers. We're going to weigh a big fish. and it's 459. That's not going to do it. That's not going to put you up there. But we'll definitely get that inside the bag. Put this one in here, and you can set those inside of there, sir. Yesterday you had 834 for a total weight. Looks like you did better than that today.
A little bit better. Yeah, better day today, yeah, for sure.
Exit. You're going to have 1366 out of that, give you a total of 22 pounds even. Anybody want to say thank you to?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Jake DeLong for bringing me out. Veterans for Hunting and Fishing. He runs that organization. Appreciate you bringing that.
Well, thank you very much for coming, and thank you for serving, sir. I do appreciate you. Going to take your fish with you right around the back side of the boat. Appreciate you being out here today. Next up, Mr. Ken Whalen had 802 yesterday. We're going to do better than that today, Ken?
A little bit. A little bit better today.
Well, we're going to add 1047 to that. It's going to give you a total of 1849 for the weekend.
All right, thank you. I'd like to say thanks to my wife, family, kids, grandkids, and I picked up a new title sponsor, Rio Vista Chevrolet out of Buellton, California, and Frenzy Baits. So I'd like to say thanks to all them and, of course, all my other sponsors.
Absolutely, Ken. Thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure. Have a great day. Next up, Mr. Teddy Snyder, fishing out of the back of the boat. Had 1309 yesterday. Doesn't look like you got that today, Ted.
No, it was tough out there. The bite really shut down on me.
Well, you're going to add 945 to that. It's going to give you a total of 2254 for the weekend.
Not bad. I'll take it. Just want to say thanks to my wife for coming out. She came all the way from Reading to support me, and my in-laws for watching my kids while I pre-fished and was able to be out here and have fun. Really appreciate it.
People don't realize sometimes the support we have at home just so that we can come out and chase these little green fish. So thank you very much, sir, for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Next up, we're going to have professional angler Mr. Randall Doyle. He had 1189 yesterday. How you doing, Randall? Wish you could have caught some more, I'm sure.
Oh, I did. Got a tough day.
Why do we always want more? It's just part of the drive that pushes us for this. 972 added onto that for a 2161 for the weekend. Thanks for coming and fishing with us, Randall. All right, buddy. Have a safe trip. We're going to weigh a big fish for a co. And this right here is Mr. Tyler Wells. We're going to put this in there first. Now set that right on top. I think that might be close to that 6. Nope, not quite. 566. And you have to have a 613 to get big fish money right now. We're going to put that back inside of your bag. There you go, sir. Set it right in there. You had 910 yesterday for a total. I think you got that today.
I hope so. It was a grind today. Fished with Randy. We had a great time. And appreciate you guys coming out here to the mother load.
Absolutely. You're going to add 1295 to that for a total of 2205.
All right.
All right, bud. Thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us. Have a good day. Yesterday, Mr. Bud Posh absolutely smashed them and had 2151. Today, you're going to add quite a bit to that, but not quite as much yesterday.
That's not the story today. I had one good bite. I had the camera crew with me, and I had the camera guy in the boat with me, and they got a lot of cool stuff on the graph and dropping the fish. Great big fish that didn't bite, and a bunch of them that did that weren't big. But I did have a big one eat a jig, and I snapped him off. So I just want to make it tomorrow. That's it.
Well, it's going to be real close. You got 13 pounds added onto it for a total of 3451. So that's pretty darn good for right now. It's going to put you right there in the lead, sir. Thank you very much. Good luck. Hope you see you tomorrow. All right, next up, we're going to have Robert Kazine. Robert Kazine. You had 905 yesterday. We're going to add 634 to that today.
All right, that works. Didn't get the bites today, but you had a good time. Thank you to my wife, Dixie, for bringing all the co-anglers from the hotel here.
Is your wife one that gave everybody rides down here this morning? We had Black Oak Casino had quite a bit of snow this morning, and several co-anglers had to hitch rides to get down here because they couldn't get through. They didn't have four-wheel drive or chains. So thank you very much, Dixie, for taking care of those guys. Thank you, Robert. Next up is Mr. Mark Gomez. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing good. I just want to thank you guys for coming out to Don Pedro. So it's awesome to be out here in the Mother Road Lakes. I want to thank my wife supporting me through all this. My granddaughters, Chloe and Sienna. And then I've got my brothers out here and my sister-in-law, thanking them for coming out and supporting us as well.
Absolutely, Mark. Always a pleasure to have you. We're going to add 990 to your weight, so you got 2376 for the weekend. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a safe trip. Mr. Tony Zanatelli, we're going to weigh another big fish for Tony. Yesterday he had, what did you have yesterday? 961 yesterday. Got to have a 613. I don't know if that's going to do it. I don't think so. Yep. 488. 488 is going to be your big fish. I'm going to put that inside your bag. You got some nice ones in there, though. They're definitely going to top yesterday.
Yeah, I'd like to say hi to my wife and my mom watching at home. I want to thank Gary and Richard Dobbins for the great rods. 742, 702, I caught all my fish. Cincos, drop shots, all that kind of stuff. Great rods. Try them out.
Well, we're going to add 1629 to that for your total of 2590. It looks like it's going to put you in a tie for second place right now.
Hey, that's good. Hopefully it holds on, but if not, maybe I'll get a check if nothing else.
I'm pretty sure that's going to keep you up there in that range. So thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us, Tony. Appreciate it, sir. Next up is going to be Mr. Jay Williams. How you doing, sir? We're going to weigh a big fish for Jay. Not going to quite make it. 526. It had to be a 541 right now is what we have for big fish on the pro side. And this thing is alive. Nice bag, bud. Okay, put that back inside of there. You had 1438 yesterday. I think you beat that today.
Wow, I didn't think I had that.
You have 1443 is what you added to it today. So that's going to give you 2881. It's going to put you in third place right now.
Great. That's more than I expected. I didn't.
Awesome. Well, I didn't add anything else in that basket. All right, bud. There you go. Good job today, bud. Next up, Mr. Jason Borofka had 991 yesterday, and his wife's out here. Usually she's up here on the stage with us, but she's out here watching.
Yeah, she's being a little spectator right now. She's unfortunately she's got to work. So yeah, thanks, babe, for showing up and cheering me on. Hey, you guys. I know this tournament's about to be almost over tomorrow, but we got another one coming up down at Lake Havasu. And if you guys have never been to Havasu, this is the time of year to go. That place is amazing at the end of March. It's not tough like if you read in February and January. In March, it's just like an amazing lake. The whole lake has got big fish. You can see them everywhere. It's really cool. So I'm looking forward to going down there right after this. And thanks, you guys. I know it was hard to put on this tournament. You know, as far as all the elements and, you know, the conditions and the drives and all that, but I hope we come back here again because this is an amazing lake, and I know the potential that's in here. And we look at the big fish we got. If we come back and we come back in like April or something, it's going to be amazing.
Well, thanks, Jason, for coming out and fishing. We're going to have 11:30 yesterday's weight. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Next up, Mr. Kyle Greenlaw. Yesterday, it looks like you had, what, 850 yesterday?
Yeah, I was right around 850. Had a little bit better day today. It was a great time out on the water, caught fish, had a great time with Jason. He put us on them. I'd like to say thank you to Wild West for coming out here. It's my first time at Don Pedro, but I really had a good time. Looking forward to getting out to Havasu. Like to say thank you to Tackle Warehouse and hello to everyone over there, and say thank you to my family for supporting me.
Awesome. Thanks for coming out. We're going to add 867 effort total of 1717 for the weekend. Thank you, sir. Have a safe trip. We are going to figure out what boat number we're at right now. Boat number 71. Mr. Ryan Pearson had 876 yesterday. It looks like he got a little better today.
A little better, yeah. Had one good bite, but it was a little tougher today.
Well, you're going to add 941 to that, give you 1817 for the weekend. Anybody want to thank?
Just hi to my daughter, and thank you for you guys for coming out here and doing this. This is a great lake.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it, buddy. Next up, Mr. Gary Baldwin. He had 1182 yesterday. How you doing, Gary?
Good. Had a lot of fun.
Well, you're going to add 988 to that weight. It's going to give you a total of 2170. I don't think that's going to keep you in the top 10, but it might keep you in the check range.
I hope so.
Hi, bud. Good luck, sir. Next up, Mr. Timmy Wells had a 1381 yesterday. Nice bag there today.
Yeah, it was a decent day. I'm pretty happy with it.
We're going to add 1442 to that to give you a total of 2823. That right there is going to keep you put you in fourth place right now.
I'll take it.
Thank you for coming out and fishing with Wild West, bud. Looks like we're going to have Daniel Reen coming up next, I believe. How you doing, Daniel? Good, sir. You had 10:05 yesterday. I don't know if you quite have that today, do you?
Maybe. We'll see.
Going to be close. Yeah, you will. How about 12-18?
Right on.
Okay, man of many words. 22-23 is your total. Thank you very much for coming and fishing with us, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy. Next up is Pro Angler, and his name is Mr. Mike Rigney. He had 11:03 yesterday. How you doing today, Mike?
It was a tough bite today, but I got what I got. I didn't get my first keeper till about 11 o'clock.
That makes you nervous when that happens. We're going to have 8:45 to that, and it's going to give you a total of right close to 19:48 is what you're going to have for right now. Thank you very much, Mike. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. Have a good one. That's right, buddy. Next up, Mr. Mitchell Knowles. How you doing, Mitchell? Go ahead and set it right inside there, sir. You definitely did better than yesterday. No. Where are we at? No, you did not. I saw one. I thought you only had one fish yesterday. That's why I thought that. I was reading the computer backwards. You had 14.44 yesterday. We're going to add 9 pounds today.
Not bad. I'll take it. Not as good as yesterday, but on to the next one.
All right, bud. Thanks for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Have a good day. Mr. Christopher Dabbs had 11.62 yesterday. I don't know if you have that today.
I don't think so. We had a fun day, and it slowed down a little for us. So
we're going to add 11.61. That's pretty consistent. 11.62 and 11.61 today is going to give you 23.23 for the weekend.
perfect. Just wanted to say hi to my wife Miranda and son Jason, who's watching at home. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, bud. Do we need to stop for a second? We're having printer issues right now. Mr. Darren Avalos, you got that look, Darren. It's not non-consistent. You had 8.7 yesterday, and you have 7.98 today, so it's going to give you 16.08. I don't think that's going to put you in there.
No. I'm going to have a fun trip home today, but I want to thank my wife for holding the fort down, and I'll see you in probably a couple hours.
All right, buddy. Drive safe, Darren. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. All right, bud. Next up, pro angler Mr. Jeff Michaels had 16.81 yesterday. Doesn't look like you have that today.
No, I don't. It's just, I don't know where they went.
We're going to add 11.39 to that. It's going to give you 28.20. It's going to put you up in 5th place right now, but I don't know how long that's going to stay there.
Yeah, I need one more fish. Just one more 2.5. I think I'd have made it, but fished hard. This is a great lake. You know, I want to come down when it's not snowing and it's warm, and these big ones come up, and you can throw swim baits for them and catch them. So let's come back next year.
Hopefully so. Thank you very much, Jeff. Appreciate it, sir. Thanks for coming and fishing with us. Next up, Mr. Dante Ray. He had 10.52 yesterday. Consummate co-angler, always fishing everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Because I love it, man. I love it. I love the circuit that we have out here. Other than FLW Wild West, you do a great service for us co's, as well as the pros.
Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us. We're going to add 10.68. This is going to give you a total of 21.20. Probably not going to make the top 10, but it should keep you up there in check range.
That's all I'm fishing for is a check right now and valuable points.
Awesome. Dante, thank you, sir. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us. Next up, pro Mr. Wayne Brazil. What did we have yesterday, Wayne? Had 14-something yesterday? Yep, we got to find it on the computer. We're having issues. What boat number were you? 37. It's going up and down. It's running. I can't keep track of it. You had 14.18 yesterday. We're going to add 13.04 today. It's going to give you 27.22. There we go. Add the rest of that in there. It's going to put you in 6th place right now. Yeah, you can grab it out of there. Absolutely. Don't know if it's going to hang on, but good luck. See you. Thank you, sir. Next up, Mr. Joe Hinkle, co-angler yesterday. Had 9.95. What did you do today, Joe?
Oh, it was tough today. A lot tougher.
Obviously 9.01. We're going to add that to it. You have 18.96. Don't know if that's going to get you in check range.
I don't think so.
All right, buddy. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, man. All right, man. Good to see you, dude. Next up, pro Mr. Ryan Friend. We're going to weigh a big fish for Ryan. Think that's going to be a 540? I don't think so. 5 pounds even.
That's about what I figured it to be.
That's exactly what it was. You figured correct. Got a nice bag down there, though. We had a 12.67 yesterday. Looks like you got that beat today, definitely.
Yeah, today was a good day. Everything just kind of lined up. The fish ate. I found a few new spots, and hopefully it's enough to squeak me in there tomorrow. That'd be sweet.
1685 we're going to add to that. That's going to give you 2952, and that's going to put you right now in 3rd place.
Sounds good to me. I want to say hello to all my friends and family back home watching. I always forget to tell my sister hello, so Shelly, love you. I know you're watching right now. Tell my wife, Amy, miss you, and I'll see you hopefully in a couple days, not tomorrow.
All right, Ryan. Thank you very much, bud. Good luck to you. Boop. Next up, Mr. Joseph Cunningham. Had 12:28 yesterday. Today, how'd you do?
Not good. Lost a big one, but, you know, it happens.
Absolutely. We're going to add 931 to that, so going to give you 2159, sir. Thank you for coming to Fishing with Wild West. All right, bud. Boy, this computer's making us go, Tim. I know you're in there somewhere. They're going to find it. There we go. Tim was at 1360 yesterday. Not quite that today, but close. We're going to go with 1243 added to that. What's that going to give you? 2603.
A little bit tougher today. But here I'd like to thank my daughter, thank my wife. She's pre-cooked all of our meals for us for this trip. We've been camping over at Blue Oaks, and so life's been good. Life's been easy. And then my daughter's birthday is today, so I want to say happy birthday to Ashley.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Ashley. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, Tim. I appreciate it, sir. I know your boy fishes with us out here, too, so it's always good to see you guys. 3 people fishing with us today. Thank you, sir. Mr. Tracy Patton had 931 yesterday. How did we do today, sir?
All right. It was tough, yeah.
We're going to add 871 to that. It's going to give you 1802 for the weekend. So thank you very much for coming out and fishing with Wild West. All right, bud. We're going to find out where you're at here on the computer in just a second. We'll be there. Mr. Brandon Gaither had 949 yesterday. I don't think you did that today.
No, not a good day today. Co-angler caught him, though, so he put a clinic on for me. I learned a lot from him.
You know what? It's always nice when you learn something on the front of the boat. Absolutely. That's part of this game. 614 added to it. Going to give you 1563. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. Oh, you fished with Steve Flanders. That's why. Yeah, Steve is a stick. Absolutely. Next up, Mr. Steve Flanders had 870 yesterday. Sounds like you whacked him today, buddy.
A little better than yesterday. Brandon's a great guy to fish with. He knows the lake really well. Put us on some really good fish, good opportunities. So capitalize on it somewhat and had a great day.
We're going to add 1405 to that. It's going to give you 2275. That's going to put you probably right there, right at the cut line at top 10.
Great. Yeah, I'd like to thank the WWB for another great tournament. Jason, you did a great job, and I'd like to thank my wife at home. Thank you, sweetie.
All right, Steve. Thank you, sir. You're going to have to take your fish with you because unless you leave them in there, Gary might want you to do that. Next up, Mr. Gary Souza had 825 yesterday. Did you do better than that today, it looks like?
I did a little better today. Yeah, I kind of figured it out, so that was good.
Maybe it's the water spots on your glasses. How about 1282 we're going to add to that, give you 2107 for the weekend. I don't know if that's going to be close enough for a check, but hopefully you had a good time.
I don't think so. Thanks, Jay.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Gary. Next up, Mr. Justin Martin Del Campo. How'd you do today? Not good. You didn't get him today. Yesterday you had 1138.
Yeah, not good. I couldn't put anything together at all. I tried, but I had fun. Good pro today. Yeah.
You want to say hi to?
Yeah, the wife. Thanks for coming.
Oh, she's over there waving at you. I know she's not waving to me. You got 148 today, so tough day for you. Thank you for coming fishing Wild West, buddy.
See you guys, man.
All right, man. Thanks for coming out. Next up, pro John McClellan. He had a tough start to his day. His boat broke down yesterday. He had to have his fish brought in with his co-angler, and then he got towed in. And today you just fished on the trolling motor all day.
I did. Came in on fumes.
I absolutely can understand. We're going to add 1191. That's going to give you a total of 2343 for the weekend.
All right, hey, I want to thank Wild West Bass for always being here, putting on these absolutely spot-on, perfect events. It's a ton of fun. All these anglers out here are great guys. I can't say how much I appreciate Wild West Bass being here, providing a platform for us anglers to compete on the West Coast. It's awesome.
Well, you better say hi to Addie and Byron before you leave.
I will. Hey, Addie, Byron, I love you guys. Miss you. See you tomorrow.
All right, Johnny. Thanks for coming out and fishing, buddy. Take care. Drive safe. Next up, Mr. Wade Goodwin had 689 yesterday. Did you beat that today, Wade? I guarantee you your bait was in the water longer than anybody else on this lake today.
All day.
It's tough when you have a pro those boats breaks down, but then when you get to just sit there and fish, I understand. It's 9:22 today, so you're going to have 16:11 for the weekend. Thank you, Wade. Appreciate you coming out, buddy. We got to go ahead and absolutely set them right inside there. Mr. Russell Schmidt had 634 yesterday. He did a little better today.
Yeah, not by a whole lot, but I got 5 today. I'll take them.
Absolutely. 777 is going to be added to the weight, give you 14:11 for the weekend. Thank you, sir. We're going to weigh another big fish here. It looks like for co-angler Mike Motley. I don't think that's going to get up there. It's not a 6-pounder. That's what you thought, a 389? All right, we're going to put that inside your bag. That's a good-looking bag, though, today. You had 695 yesterday. You definitely got that today. We're going to add a little bit more to that.
Yeah, we did. I got them. I hooked them today and kept them online today.
Good deal. You got 1216 added. That's going to be 1911 for the weekend.
Right on. Thank you. Hi, everyone at home.
All right, bud. Thank you. Next up, pro Nick Salvucci. We got to wait till this thing scrolls down for me, Nick.
How's it going, Jason?
Good. Are you just going to sit here and talk to me? You want to talk to them out there and say hi?
Hi, everybody.
Nick had 720 yesterday. We're going to add 12 pounds. Much better than yesterday.
Yeah, it's about half of my goal weight today, so didn't work out that well.
Well, Nick, always a pleasure to have you, sir. Thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us. Good luck at the next one. Next up, Mr. David Borofka, fished with Mike today. Yesterday, David, I don't know, what did you have yesterday? You didn't have yesterday.
9 pounds.
You had 9 pounds yesterday. So we have to fix that. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we have 351 we're going to add to that today. We will fix that 9 pounds. It just showed a 0 on there, so I couldn't see it.
All right, we'll fix it.
All right, bud. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us. I'm sure they're right. You got to take your fish, though. I can't take those for you. Come on up. Mr. Jeremy McKay coming up now. Yesterday had 1350. You don't look like you have that today.
No, it was a tougher day. I was hoping to duplicate yesterday, and just didn't happen. I had to change things up and did the best I could do. And just want to thank Wild West Bass, my wife Wendy at home. She's awesome. Couldn't do this without her support. And you know, of course, Team Drain Raider, Nixon's Marine, All-Star Bass, and Enigma Fishing Rods. So couldn't do it without them.
We're going to add 781 to that, give you 2131 for the weekend. Thank you, Jeremy, for coming out and fishing with Wild West, buddy. All right, man. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Next up, Nicholas Markert. How you doing, Nick? What? Steve Sharton. So obviously they've got that wrong on the computer. That's going to make it tough. He's camping with you? Yeah. Well, they're going to find it in there. We're going to put your big fish in here so you can go ahead and weigh it, because that's a nice looking big fish. That's definitely going to be in the 6-pound range. Right there, 647 is going to be your big fish for Mr. Steve Sharton. All right, bud. Take that out. Yesterday you had 772? Yeah. All right. I don't know why the computer had you down as Nicholas Marker, but I'm sure they'll get that fixed. You're going to have 957 is going to be your total.
You know, it was tough.
Except for one. You got one good bite.
I got one good bite, and that was it.
All right, bud. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us. You had 957 added onto that. Thank you, sir. We're going to make sure on this computer stays right on us here. I know this is Mr. Jerry Woodward. How are you doing, sir? All right. What boat number were you, Jerry? 28. Boat number 28. Yeah, this computer is dancing around all over the place. Poor lady back there trying to keep it controlled. You had 1294 yesterday, Jerry.
Yeah, 1294 and didn't quite make that today, but I'm happy with it.
Really close. You had 1254. We're going to add to that, give you 2548. I don't know if that's going to get you in the top 10, but it should get you a check.
I hope so.
All right, buddy. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, Jerry. Absolutely, sir. Thank you for coming and fishing. Gustavo Vasquez, how are you, sir? Good. 522 yesterday. Looks like you did a little better than that today.
I did, yeah. Definitely caught a limit, and I was able to cull 2 fish.
Awesome. Well, you're going to add 762 to that, give you 1284 for the weekend.
Sweet. I just want to say thank you. I want to say hi to my daughters, Esme and Yare. I love you girls.
Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Have a good day. Whoop. Hook my finger inside your jacket. Good, buddy. We're going to have to wait for that computer to get up there so I can get your weight. That way I can tell everybody Nope, that's not right. There we go. That's co-angler Matt Ekins. Where's your pro at?
You know, he didn't want to weigh in.
He did not want to come in. All right, Matt, we're going to weigh your fish. You had 661 yesterday. Go ahead and set it in here. I was wondering why that didn't come up first. I'm like, that shouldn't have been out.
Yes, last time I was up, I forgot to tell my wife I love you, and thanks for putting up with me coming and traveling all around.
It's always a pleasure to have ones that will support us when we come do this stuff. 1046 going to get added to your way. Thank you very much for coming and fishing with us, buddy. What's up, Mike? Good, buddy. Mr. Mike Nicolini had 1289 yesterday. I think he tried to push him through the table there.
Well, they need a little bit of help. So
1127. That's going to give you a total of 2416 for the weekend.
Well, say hi to anybody. Hi to my wife. Thanks for all the hard work and great tournament again. Enjoyed myself. It was a fabulous lake and great fisherman here. And thanks to Jason. He does a fabulous job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Mike. Have a safe trip home. Next up, Mario Mariquin had 977 yesterday. How you doing, Mario? I'm doing good, Jason. All right, buddy. Go ahead and set those inside of there. Anybody you want to say hi to?
Yeah, I want to say hello to my wife, my two boys, Antonio and Matthew. They're at home watching.
We're going to add 918 to that. It's going to give you 1895 for the weekend, sir.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Mario. Have a good day, sir. Thank you. All right. Come on up, sir. Mr. Bryant Kendall had 911 yesterday. How did you do today?
I think about the same.
Yep. It looks like an 837 is going to be added to your total. It's going to give you 1748 for the weekend. Anybody want to say hi to?
Yeah, say hi to my wife and daughter at home, and thanks to my pros for the last 2 days for taking care of me. Appreciate it.
Awesome, bud. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us. Next up, Mr. Glenn Hashimoto. How you doing, Glenn? I think she'll find your boat here in just a second. That way we can get you on here. What was your total weight yesterday? You remember what you had? 9. You had 9. How about 935 yesterday? And so we're going to add 909 to that today. It's going to give you a total around 1844.
Great. Thank you. Had a great time, and I want to thank everybody at home for supporting me, and I'll be home tomorrow morning.
Well, thanks, Glenn. It's always a pleasure, sir. Thank you. Next up, Mr. Emilio Ruiz fished on the back of the boat today with Glenn. You had 743 yesterday, Emilio?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you did better than that today.
A little bit.
Yep, definitely. 1109 added to that. It's going to give you 1852 for the weekend. Thank you, sir, for coming out and fishing with us. It's a pleasure to see you. We're going to get your information up here in just a second, John. I know it. There it is. John Alvarez with 1269 yesterday. Not quite that today.
Not quite. I lost my trolling motor about 9 o'clock, and I just put some rope on it, steered it with some rope, and went fishing.
Wow. The ingenuity, the way we have to fix things. 1040 added to your weight. It's going to be 2309. Thank you, John. Thank you, sir. Next up. That is not Jesse Seha. I got to wait till she gets to it. So obviously his co-angler decided not to weigh in. So I was going to use that, but I couldn't do it. Mr. Bill Coots had 1147 yesterday. I'm sitting here going, that is not Jesse.
No, it's not. How was your day today? A little bit better than yesterday, but I still don't think it'll be enough. So
1352 added. It's going to give you 2499. I don't know if that's going to make it up there, but it might be a check.
I hope for a check.
All right, Bill. You want to say hi to everybody at home?
Oh, yeah, I got in trouble last time. No, I want to say thanks to my wife, Christina, hello to my daughter, Miranda, and to my son, Matthew. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us. Take care, buddy. Next up, Mr. Dennis Sisto. Yesterday had a 967 big fish yesterday. You don't see one of those in there today, but you had a nice weight of 1878 yesterday. Today we're going to add 816 to that. It's going to give you 2694. We're going to put you in second place right now.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, that is great. So we're going to go with that one. Thank you, Dennis, for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Hopefully we get to see you again tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Bryant Smith. I'm pretty sure you'll say at least 2 more words than that. How you doing, Bryant? professional angler. 1050 yesterday. Looks like you did a little better today.
A little better. I had a lot of fun. You know, I've only been here once before, and I didn't realize how many fish are in this lake. It's really a great lake. You guys did a great job at the tournament. I want to thank all my sponsors, my family, my girlfriend. I'm sure she's watching. I'll be home soon.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. 1169 ad. You're going to have 2219 for the weekend. Thank you, Brian. Next up, Mr. Jeff Boone. Yesterday, what did you have yesterday, Jeff? What was your weight? You had 948 yesterday. A little bit, not too awful bad. How about 917 added to that? It's going to give you a total of around 1865.
Thank you, Jason. No, I'm good.
He doesn't want to say hi, not even to Jared. Hi, Jared. I'll say hi to you. I know he's back home watching. You guys fish together the team stuff, so good to see you, Jeff. Thank you, sir. We're going to weigh a big fish for Mr. Charlie Alamassi. I don't think that's going to be 540. It's got to be a 540 to get there. I don't know if that's going to make it. It is. It's 443.
All right. Thank you for that.
All right, bud. Absolutely. We'll always weigh a big fish for you guys if you want to weigh one. All right. Definitely a better bag than yesterday. You had 1061 yesterday. You going to put it in upside down just because?
Yeah, I got to go fishing with the Wells kids. Tim yesterday, Reese today. These guys are sticks out here. I told them I'm going to trade some Delta trips for a Pedro trip because this is a great lake.
It is. I mean, look, you got 1408 today. It's going to give you 2469. I don't know if that's going to put you in check range, but you can definitely, hopefully, get it there.
Not quite, but it's some great points, and you guys are doing a great job. I want to say hi to my wife and kids who are at home for the weekend, and Spiralight Rods, Skeeter Boats. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all coming to this great new lake.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks for coming out here. Now you got to flip that over without dumping them all. Thanks, bud. All right, looks like we're going to have Mr. Reese Wells came up here. Just got some nice plugs.
I had a good day with Charlie. He's a good fisherman. I did a little better than yesterday, but not good enough.
Yeah, yesterday had 11 something. Today you got 1278. Give you a total of 2418 for the weekend. Thank you guys very much for coming out and supporting Wild West. Thanks, Reese. Come on up. Yeah, we're going to get to it. One more. Oh, there we go. Scott Taylor. Had 1788 yesterday. That was a really good bag. You can be able to get there. It doesn't look like you have that today. No.
Not going to happen today.
All right, go ahead and set them inside the scale. You want to hide behind the bag?
I want to hide. Yes, I do.
You had 875 added to that. It's going to give you a total of 2663.
You don't want to say anything else, do you? I would. You guys put on a great event. I want to thank you guys and Wild West, Don Pedro, California. Awesome. Dobbins Rods. I'd like to thank Dobbins Rods and my girlfriend for putting up with me fishing.
Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Good luck to you. Oop. I keep hooking my hand on these guys' bibs or in their jackets. Mr. Jason Cosby. We're going to weigh one fish for you, Jason?
Rough day.
Rough day. We're going to add 168 to that. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Good luck to you next time. Next up, Mr. Sean Kimball. We're going to wait till she finds you inside. What's your boat number?
55.
Boat number 55. Yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday, why do we not have a weight there?
I don't know. I had a weight yesterday.
Yep, there it is, 985. It was showing 0 on there for the other one. You had 985 yesterday. I could have had a few zeros. I'm sure everybody would like me to do that. Looks like you did better than that. Ooh, right at it, 979, about the same as you had yesterday. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Sean. I appreciate it, sir. Here, I'll take that. All right, bud. Next up, we got Michael Schuster. How you doing, sir? Good. You had 1428 yesterday.
Not as good today.
Not as good today. At 829, you're going to add to that, give you 2257 for the weekend. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, sir.
Thank you.
How are we doing, sir? Mr. George Coletti. Whoop, your boat. She's got your boat. 982 yesterday. Doesn't look like you had that today.
It was tough today. Tough for us.
We're going to add 823 to that, George. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Good to see you. Mr. Fred Ruiz. Fished with George today? Yesterday you had 786. You going to do that today?
No.
Not today. 720 we're going to add to that. Give you right at 15 pounds. 1506 for the weekend. Thank you, sir. All right. Have a good day. We got a couple of bags. That's right. Come in with a different one. All right. What was your boat number? 46. Boat number 46. Mr. Daniel Montez. Yeah, a little better than yesterday. We're going to add 878 to that for the weekend. Thank you very much for coming out. You want to say hi to anybody?
I want to say thanks to my family and everybody for coming out.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it, buddy. There you go. Absolutely. Next up, Mr. Seth Myers. How you doing, Seth? Go ahead and set him right inside the scale there, sir. You had 961 yesterday.
Hi there. Had a good day today, and not as good as I hoped, but had fun nevertheless. I'd like to say hi to Heather and Quentin at home, and thank Jason Cordiali and Dave Zavar for having a good weekend with me.
Awesome. We're going to add 846 to that. You got 1807 for the weekend. Thank you, bud. All right. Good luck to you. We're going to find a boat number here in just a second, Mike. I know it's there somewhere. There it is, 946 yesterday from Mr. Mike Sanders. How you doing today, Mike?
I just want to thank Wild Wild West, ProWorms, and thank my fiance for supporting me. This is my first ProAm, and wish I would have did as good as my co-anglers, but I didn't.
That's all right. You're going to add 1067. That'll give you 2013 for the weekend. Thank you, Mike, for coming out and fishing with us. You got Jody White on the back of your boat. That's a tough act to follow there, buddy. I know Jody. I'm going to weigh a big fish for Jody right now. I don't think it's going to make it. 513. It's going to take a 613 for co-angler big fish right now. There you go, Jody. Nice bag of fish, though. Yesterday, Jody had 1080. We're going to definitely add more than that today. We're going to add 1609 to that for a total of 2689.
Yeah, I just want to tell John that he broke down yesterday. Most of the guys would have just thrown their hands up in the air and said, we're done. But he stuck with it all day long, so that was a great deal.
Right on. Thanks, Jody, for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Right now, it looks like you're sitting in third place with 2689. Good luck. Maybe you'll make it into tomorrow, sir. Next up, pro angler, Mr. Glenn Lockhart. All right, you had 1303 yesterday. You got that today?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Nope. Nope. So you're going to add 1316 today. Yes, you did. Yeah, you're saying nope, nope, nope. You got more than you had yesterday. You got 2619 for the weekend.
Had one big fish yesterday. That helped. I didn't get no big ones either.
Thanks, Glenn, for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. Always a pleasure to see you. Next up, Mr. Trevor Gray. Fished on the back of the boat with Glenn today. How you doing, Trevor? Yesterday you had 721. Looks like you definitely got that today.
Much better today. Say hi to anybody? Yeah, I'd like to say hi to my brother who's watching at home, and thank you for letting me borrow your gear.
Yes, rain gear is much needed. 1166. You got 1887 for the weekend. Thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us, bud. We got Richard Dobbins, pro, coming up here, and he's got a big fish. We're going to weigh it. Needs to be 541 to get in the check range. I don't think that's it. Nope. 483. 483. You guys were catching some giant fish. A lot of them coming in. Well, you had 1117 yesterday. You definitely beat that today.
Yeah, a lot better. It's a great lake, man. I'm hope we come back next year.
Well, looking at 1449 to that for 2566. Maybe that'll keep you in chick range. Thanks, buddy. Next up, we got, where are we at? It's bouncing on me. Mr. Robert Tibbetts. All right, Robert. Yesterday you had 988. We did get that fixed. And today you definitely got over that. You got 1122 today. That's going to give you 2110.
Right on.
All right, bud. Thanks for coming out and fishing Wild West. What boat number were you fishing out of today, sir? Boat number 5. They're going to have to scroll up way up the screen to get to that boat 5 today. Mr. Dave Phillips, fishing out the front of the boat, had 360 yesterday. Today we're going to have 406 today. Anybody want to say hi to?
Mama, I'm coming home.
Absolutely, I understand, sir. Thank you very much. Have a safe trip home. Next up, co-angler Mr. Paul Howard. Paul, how'd you do yesterday? You had 10:42 yesterday. We're going to be close to that today. 9:14 out of that today.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Big shout out to Reggie's Tackle Shack. Thank you for sponsoring me. My wife who came out. It's my birthday weekend, and I love the Wild West, and I enjoy Jason.
Thanks, Paul. You got to take your fish, buddy. Always good to see you, man. Have a safe trip. I don't know. We'll have to find out if you get a check. I'll have to see that after we're all done with this. Mr. Kent Hudson, how you doing, Kent?
Good. Yeah, it was all right today. It was better than yesterday, but you know, I want to thank my sponsors, DY Concrete Pumps out of Calgary and Husqvarna, and can't forget my wife at home. So let me be able to come out and fish this. My sponsors, without those guys, we all know that it takes these kind of companies to be able to help out with this. And Wild West, we want to thank you for everything. So thank you.
Thanks for coming out, Ken. I appreciate it. We're going to add 9:14 to that, give you 1577 for the weekend. Thank you, sir. Next up, Mr. Travis Williams. Yesterday, you had 8-something yesterday, 8:34 yesterday, Travis. You definitely got better than that today.
Yeah, we got a better day.
Right on. We're going to add 1079 to that. So we give you a total of 1913 for the weekend. Thank you for coming out and fishing Wild West. You want to say thank anybody?
I appreciate it. Nope.
All right, bud. Next up, pro angler, Mr. Jay Gooderning. How you doing, Jay?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you. She's going to get down to where we're at down here. We've got to get to you on the computer so that we can add you. Had 1370 yesterday, and you got better than that today. You got 1405 to add to that. It's going to give you 2775 for the weekend.
Sounds good. Hi, family in Reading. Hi, family in Modesto. Thanks for letting me fish.
Thanks, Jay. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. Next up, Mr. Scott Byrne. He had 1197 yesterday. Did you get that today?
Close. I don't know. What do we got? Oh, yeah.
Yep, you got 1210 to add to that. It's going to give you 2407 for the weekend.
Where's that sitting, by the way?
2407 is just out of the range I can see, but it looks like it's close to top 10 right now.
All right. Well, hopefully that'll hold up. I don't know if it will, but it'll be fun to fish.
All right, buddy. Good luck to you. Hopefully you get to come out tomorrow. Next up, Mr. Scott Stevens. Nope. He said nope. He's just standing way back there. I don't even want to be over there. He had 884 yesterday. He's going to add 924 to that today. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you coming out and fishing with us. We're going to have to go find it because something happened. They mixed up, you guys. That was the one that I said, that is not Nicholas Markert coming walking up here. So we're going to add that. They're going to have to go find you on this list here. What boat number were you yesterday? 52. Right down there. I thought I just saw it. Nope, that was Myers. Right there. 53 was your boat number today. All right, we're going to add 903 to 1079 you had yesterday. That's going to give you a total of 1982 for the weekend.
Right on, yeah. No, I'm good, but I had fun. This place is awesome. Come out here.
Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate it, buddy. Drive safe getting home. Mr. Nick Wood. How you doing there, Nick? You had 847 yesterday. You definitely got that today.
Yeah, I done the same thing I did yesterday. I don't know. I haven't learned the lake. I need a little bit more time here. So it was fun. It's I enjoy fishing here. I just I lost a big one yesterday, and it cost me. And now I put myself in such a hole I couldn't dig my way out. So.
Well, we're going to add 1380. That's going to be 2227 for the weekend. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. Thanks for coming out, Nick. Next up, Mr. Paul Fontaine. Yesterday had 864, it looks like. We're going to add 932 to that today. Anybody you want to say hi to?
I'll say hello to my family and also thank Spiral Light Rods for getting me out here.
Awesome. Paul, thank you very much for coming to Fishing Wild West, sir. We're going to get... Whoop. There we go. Mr. Mike Mallanow.
A little worse than yesterday.
A little bit. You had 989 yesterday. We're going to add 944. It's going to give you just over 19 pounds for the weekend.
Yeah. It was a grind. I had fun, though. So, hi, my wife. I love you. Thank you for all your support. And my kids.
All right, bud. Thank you for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Yep. Yeah, I had to stop. They're talking to me back here behind the screen here. So, Mr. Derek Benefield, co-angler out of the back of the boat. He had 8:12 yesterday, and we're gonna add 7:31. Anybody want to say hi to him?
Yeah, I want to say hi to my wife. Love you, honey. Thanks for supporting me and dealing with my fishing addiction.
All right, bud.
Whoever else is watching.
Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it, buddy. Don't forget, if you're in the top 10 pros or co's, you must stick around so that we can have our meeting as soon as this is over with today. Come on up, Mr. Scott Douglas. We're going to weigh a big fish. That does not look like it's a 540, but we'll weigh it for you absolutely. About 465 is going to be your big fish. I'm going to open your bag. I'll put that back inside of there. All right. You had 1393 yesterday. You have that today? It's going to be real close. 1222 added to that. It's going to give you 2615 for the weekend.
Thank you. I'd like to say hi to my beautiful Queen Elizabeth back at home. Thank you for supporting me.
All right, bud. Thank you for coming to Fishing Wild West. Next up, we got Mr. Johnny Limerick. Had 859 yesterday. I don't think you have that today, do you, Johnny? You don't look like you're all that happy.
Not too happy.
All right, buddy. Well, you had 812 added to that, so it's going to give you 1671 for the weekend. Thank you for coming fishing with us, Johnny. All righty, we got to get this computer going here where it'll find us. Right there we are. Mr. Ed Webb had 365 yesterday.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got 902 added to that today, so anybody want to say thank you to?
Yeah, my sons, Thomas and Bodie, back in Stanwood, Washington, and their kids at Conway School. Their teacher, Mr. Rounds, is going to let them watch the recorded weigh-in. So that'll be cool.
Awesome. Thank you for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Come on up, Mr. Nash. Mr. Sean Nash had 741 yesterday. Looks like you got close to that today.
Pretty close to that. Yep.
Looks like we're going to add 954 to that. All right, bud.
Lane, thank you. Hey, I want to say hi to my wife and kids, and thanks to you guys for coming out. It's been great.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it, sir. Next up, Mr. Dusty Kaler. How you doing, Dusty?
Been better.
You been better?
Been worse.
You had 14 yesterday. You're going to add 933 to that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to April at home, and thank you for all the food you made. Appreciate that. I wanted to say hi to Braden. Had a great tournament. It was fun, and I appreciate Wild West coming out here. It's a great organization. Have a great time.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Dusty. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us. Next up, Mr. Cameron Diate. Had 890 yesterday. Fished with Dusty today.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to add 931. We're going to add that. That's going to give you 1821 for the weekend.
Not too bad. I can't complain. Just got to say thanks again to Coyote Bait and Tackle for having everything I need.
Awesome. Thank you, Cameron. Appreciate it, buddy. Have a safe trip home, sir. We got to get down to our boat number here, Mike. Yeah. Mr. Mike Frederick, 1302 yesterday. Not quite that today with 1251.
No, yeah, I lost a big one today, and it broke my heart. I couldn't get over it, but, whatever. It's still a lot of fun.
We've all had that one, haven't we? Absolutely. Thank you for coming and fishing with us, buddy. It's a pleasure seeing you. Next up, pro angler, Mr. Tony Lane. We got to get some. Absolutely, sir. You had trolling motor issues and had to swap out a trolling motor in the middle of the day. Not only did you have to deal with snow this weekend from Southern California, nonetheless, then you had a trolling motor issue today.
Not quite the trolling motor issue, is the boat driver issue. That happens when you get on plane with your trolling motor still down.
Oh, that hurts when it's also your fault. So we're going to add 1030 to yesterday, give you 2347 for the weekend, Tony.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Next up, co-angler Mr. Sean Mock. Look, I got a nice smallmouth in there, too. Yesterday you had 1135. You got that today?
No.
Not today. All right, we're going to add 976 to that today. Anybody want to say hi to at home?
Yeah. Hey, guys.
All right, Sean. Thanks for coming and fishing with us, buddy. Uh-huh. Mr. Jamie Clifton had 943 yesterday. Definitely a better bag today. We're going to add 1226 to that today. Well, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was nice. The first time I've ever been out on this lake, so that's pretty impressive. And
You know, you guys have been great all week, and I appreciate what you guys are doing. I tell you, the codes have been fantastic.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Jamie. I appreciate you coming to Fishing Wild West. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. We are going to weigh a big fish, it looks like. Mr. Jake Stevens. What's up, buddy? You have got a giant in there. What is up with the co-anglers this weekend catching these big fish? That's going to go down as a 4th big fish on the co-angler side at 7:03. Go ahead and reach in there and grab that, and we'll put it back in your bag. I'll take the other side of your bag there. There you go. Oh, my gosh. Nice bag of fish. These co-anglers are just smashing them this weekend. You had 15-11 yesterday. You definitely got them again today. We're going to add 1684 to that. That's definitely going to put you up in 2nd place.
I don't know what to say. It was a great day. I love this shit, man. That's what I love. Thank you.
Awesome, dude. Way to come out. And I don't know what your total. Here you are, 31.95 in 2nd place right now. That should keep you up there, buddy. Great job, man. I'm sure they'll get some pictures of you around the side of the trailer with that. Thanks, man. Next up, Mr. Tanner Austin. Had 870 yesterday. Looks like you bettered that today. Definitely, Tanner.
A little bit better, but we'll see. I mean, it was fun.
All right, you got 1142. You definitely got better than that. You got 2012 for the weekend. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. Next up, Mr. Mark Jang. He had, what did you have yesterday? 11.4. Nope, there it is. I was looking at the wrong side of the screen. You had 1150 yesterday. We're going to add 791 to that. That's going to give you right around 19 pounds. 1941 for the weekend.
Very good.
All right, Mark. Thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Boy, it is getting cold again, isn't it? We got to get up here and find our boat number on here so that we can find you on the computer screen. Go ahead and set it inside there. Mr. Kevin Nunes had a rough day yesterday. You definitely did better than that today.
Yeah, I wish I would have. This is what I've been typically doing out here, and about this weight, and I fell on my face yesterday. The weather got in my head, and came out here and saved grace a little bit. So thanks for.
Absolutely, man. You got 1720 today. It's going to give you 18 pounds and 1836 for the weekend.
I appreciate it. Great tournament. You guys did an awesome job. I want to thank my beautiful girlfriend and my family for all the support this weekend and this week. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming out here, Michael. No, it went to Michael. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Kevin. Michael Hanlon. No, the computer changed on me. It actually was faster than me that time. That's Kevin. All right. You had 730 yesterday, Mr. Hanlon, and today you're going to have 652.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
All right, man. Thanks for coming out and fishing with Wild West. What's up, Jason? Mr. Jason Cordiali. We'll have to find out what boat number you were at on here so they can find you on the computer. 72. I don't know what is happening with our poor computer back in the back. Anybody want to say hi to?
Yeah, it's my family, and I just wanted to thank you guys for putting on such an awesome event. Great fishery. Probably go out there tomorrow, just fish for fun.
Right on. Well, thanks for coming out and fishing. You got 1502 to add to that. It's going to give you 2624 for the weekend.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Jason. Thank you for coming out, bud. Next up, Mr. Shane Robertson out of the back of the boat. Got to fish with Jason today. Yesterday, Shane had 11 pounds. I don't think you got that today. You have 730 to go with that today. Anybody want to say hi to at home?
I'll just say hi to my wife, Kathy.
Right on. All right, buddy. Here you go. Thanks, Shane. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us. Next up, Mr. Pro Angler, Mr. Phil Garcia. Mr. Pro Angler. I had to put it that way. I meant to say your name first, Phil. How you doing, buddy?
All right. Family at home? Nope.
You don't want to say hi to the family at home? Man, 1492 we're going to add to your weight of 1260 yesterday. It's going to give you just over 27 pounds, I believe. We'll get a total on there. 2752 for the weekend.
That's pretty good.
Yes, it is. All right, Phil. Have a nice day. Oh, now you want to talk.
What's the top 10 cut right now?
I'm not sure because I can only see 6. But you're not in the top 6 right there. You're down just below there, somewhere where I can't see it. All right, Mr. Nick Langelis had 1080 yesterday. How'd you do today, Nick?
Oh, it was a fun day, man. I got taken to school for 2 days in a row. It was great fishing with Wayne and fishing with Phil. It was 2 great days.
Awesome, buddy. 990 is going to be your weight. We're going to add to it 2070 for the weekend. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. All right, man. Fold that down inside of there. Mr. Antonio Gold had 858 yesterday, and we're going to add 750 to that today. You want to say hi to anybody?
Hey, hello to the crowd.
Love the crowd. All right, buddy. 16:08 for the weekend. Thank you, Antonio. Drive safe, sir. Next up, Mr. Jason Lazzarini. Go ahead and set that inside there, Jay. Had 550 yesterday, and you're pretty close to that today. 558. All right, buddy. You want to say hi to anybody real quick?
No.
No, you're ready to go home. All right. Thanks for fishing with us, Jason. Appreciate it, bud. Is it Ratzloff? I thought it was Ratzliff. No, Ratzloff. All right. Robert Ratzloff, boat number 39. See, I was calling you Ratzlaff earlier today. I apologize. Now I know that. Now I know how to pronounce it. Ratzloff. He had 6:45 yesterday. He had 6:27 today. Anybody want to say hi to Robert?
No, but thank you very much, Jason.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you coming out and fishing with us, man. All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Drive safe, sir. Mr. Michael Chamberlain had 322 yesterday. Looks like he definitely did better than that today.
Hi, Ash. Hi, boys. Thanks for letting me come out here and fish on my birthday today. So got a little bit.
Well, happy birthday. I'm not going to sing to you because you don't want that, but happy birthday to you. You're going to add 887, give you 1209 for the weekend.
Better than yesterday.
Hey, fishing on your birthday is a great day right there. Here you go, buddy. Thank you very much. Have a safe trip. Next up, Mr. Jigs Ben. I don't know what boat number he is, but boat number 10. And I don't think you quite have that in there today, do you? We're going to add 873 to your total of 1019 yesterday. It's going to give you 1892, Jigs.
Okay, had a good time. All right.
Thank you for coming and fishing with us, sir. Next up, Mr. Anthony Sanchez had 855 yesterday. What was that look for? Why are you laughing at me?
It was a struggle today.
It was dead, but the weather was way better earlier. It's 676. We're going to add to that 1531. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Anthony. All right, buddy. Next up, Mr. Tom Noakes. How you doing, Tom?
Good, doing good. Oh, I do. I want to say thanks to my wife, you know, for putting up with all my crap and letting me come out here and travel. And thanks for the companies that keep me going, and you guys for giving me the opportunity.
Well, absolutely. Thank you for coming out, supporting Wild West. We're going to add 727 of that. You're going to have 1574 for the weekend. Thank you, Tom. All right, sir. Safe trip. Mr. Travel himself, Mr. Ty Al, coming a long ways.
Yeah, long ways, 13 and a half hours. I'm ready to go back to Arizona and fish for the Havasu bass here in a few weeks, though.
I know you are definitely looking forward to that because this morning when you pulled in had snow on your truck. I absolutely understand how crazy it is compared to what you're used to down there.
Yeah, you know what? It's been an adventure. I'm glad I went, though. Beautiful venue. I mean, the people, the facility here is awesome. The snow was a challenge, but, you know, I'll come back in a heartbeat. I can't wait, and hopefully it's on the schedule next year. You know, I can't wait to go back and put in my time here.
Awesome. Well, thank you, sir. 2111 for the weekend, Ty. Thank you for coming all the way up here from Arizona and supporting everybody up here. Appreciate it, sir. Mr. George Gasper Busalaki. Sorry about that. George. I had George Galetti's name in my head. Sorry, Gasper. How'd you do yesterday? You had 430. I can't say that. You can. You had 1089 to add to yesterday. Give you 1528 for the weekend. Thank you, Gasper, for coming up and fishing with us, buddy. All right.
Yes, it is.
Next up, Mr. Greg Gutierrez had 1120 yesterday. How we do today?
You know, not near as good as yesterday. I mean, I was hoping I had 9 pounds. I got 9 pounds.
Well, you have 936 to add to it. Give you 2056 for the weekend. Anybody want to say hi to?
Say hi to the wife. Headed home right now.
All right. Drive safe. Very much so. Thank you, sir, for coming out and fishing with us. Good to see you, sir. We got all these bags. I was like, which one are we going to weigh? Mr. Scott Davis. How you doing, Scott?
Good. How you doing? Hey, I want to thank my sponsors and tell my wife and family I love them. And be home one of these days soon.
Awesome, buddy. 855 is what he had. He traveled all the way from Idaho, and he's heading down to Havasu after this, I believe, right?
Pleasant.
Lake Pleasant, right straight from here. We'll drive safe, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. Mr. Jim Novotny. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
How'd you do yesterday?
1277, I think.
Well, you're definitely beating that today, so you got a 1581 added to that. Let's see what your total's going to be. It's going to be 2858. It's going to put you in 5th place right now.
Oh, beautiful thing. Beautiful. I got to give a shout out to my wife, my son Luca. He's out there somewhere, and Brad. Hi, guys. Thanks for supporting us out here. Thank you.
Right on, man.
It's a great tournament.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks for coming out. Hopefully you make the top 10, sir.
Thanks.
All right, good to see you, Jim. Mr. David Zavar fished with Jim today. He had 754 yesterday.
Hey, how's it going?
Definitely beat that today. You got 1090 to add it up for 1844 for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm happy. I just wish I caught a kicker yesterday, but that's fishing, and had a great time. Great fishery. Thanks, Wild West, for coming out, and had a great time.
Right on, bud. Thank you for coming to Fishing Wild West. Take your fish right there. Next up, we have Mr. Ed Zinda Jr. coming up to fish. I don't know what you had yesterday, 11:20 yesterday. You got that today? You standing way back there. You don't want to talk on there. So you guys had it today. You had 11:47 to go with your 11:20 for 22.67. All right, thanks, Ed. Thanks for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. You can kind of tell when people don't want to be on the camera, they stand way over by the speaker. Next up, Mr. Kenny Colada. Yesterday had 738. Did you get that today? You did. It looks like you beat that today with 830. It's going to give you a total around 1568.
Thank you. All right, bud.
Have a good day. Some people want to go home. It's cold out here. I absolutely understand. Mr. Jason Austin, what is your boat number, Jason? 33. We got to get down to it here on the computer screen. Yesterday you had 804. You have 1004 to add to that today. That's going to give you 1808. Thank you very much, sir, for coming to fishing with us, Jay. Mr. Dave Long, yesterday looked like you had, rough day. You had 620 yesterday and only got one of them today. Yes, you did, sir. First time as a co.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I have a lot to learn. Had a great pro. I went to school today, so.
It's always a pleasure. That's one of the things about being on the back of the boat is getting to watch. 133 added to that. Thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us this weekend, bud. Next up, Pro Don Gage. How you doing, Don? All right. How'd you do yesterday? You ended up with, you had 1098 yesterday. Right. Had a rough day today. Yeah, exactly. 552 added to that. You want to thank anybody?
My wife, Linda.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda, for letting Don come out and play with us. Thanks, Don. Good to see you, sir. Next up, Mr. Dominic Mohammed. How you doing, sir?
Oh, what's going on? Say hi to anybody? I'll say hi to my family, the RB Bass guys, everyone out here.
Well, we're going to add 802 to your 812 yesterday. It's going to give you 1614. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day. We're going to find you on here in just a second. Go ahead, set your fish right up inside of there. I know it's there, Carl, somewhere. There it is. 932 is what you had yesterday, Carl. And we're going to add 1002 to that. It's going to give you 1934, sir. Thank you for coming out and fishing the Wild West.
Yeah, thank you.
Next up, we have Mr. Manny Navarez. How you doing, Manny? It's not quite what you had yesterday.
No, it wasn't. Had a better bite yesterday. Caught a lot more fish. Just today, just couldn't find them.
You gotta say hi to all the Sutter people.
Hey, what's up, Sutter?
We're going to add 211 to Manny's bag for the day. He's going to have 1198 for the weekend. Thank you, Manny. Have a safe trip home, buddy. Okay. There we go. He's watching his co-angler bump his fish. Mr. Brian Cox. Evidently, he must have some good ones down there.
Yeah, it was great watching the future of the sport, man. The kids sat there and just absolutely hammered them. Broke off I caught a 12 about 3 weeks ago, and he hooked the same fish and fought it for about 6 minutes. Got it up the boat and then made one more run and broke him off.
Well, that's awesome when you put them on. He had 1395 yesterday, and we had 1072 today. Is that what it is?
Yep, that's it.
All right, I'm not sure what your total is because the screen took off on me. So thank you for coming out and fishing with us, sir. All right. Well, this is a guy right here coming up next. He's the one, Trey Hawkins. I guess you're the future of the sport, and it says you already whacked him today out there, young man.
Yeah, it was a great day. I just want to say thanks to Brian for a great day. Thanks to Wild West for hosting this and Blackout Casino for a great dinner. Yeah, like he said, I dumped about a 12-pounder at the boat, so that sucked. But, yeah, otherwise.
Not many people can say they've even seen a 12-pound fish, and you actually hooked one and had it on right at the boat.
Yeah, it fought so hard. Like, my rod was doubled, but, yeah, I couldn't really do anything with it.
Well, we're going to add 1583. You're going to have a total of 2253 for the weekend. That's pretty darn good showing, young man.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out and fishing with Wild West. We're going to get here and we're going to find your boat here in just a second. Go ahead and throw that inside of there. How you doing, Chris? Chris had, this is Matt Luna, it's not Chris Raines. What happened? What boat number? Oh, you know what? I think we ended up with the co-angler on there. Well, hold on a second. We're going to find it and fix that. It just clicked on the co-angler first instead of the pro first. So. You know what you weighed, though? Now, absolutely. You had 8:17 yesterday, and you have 10:49 today. It's going to give you 18:66 for the weekend.
Yeah, today was a better day for us. We were able to find a couple better ones, and my co-angler probably had an 8 or a 9 that came off right at the boat. Saw the mouth come up. It was gigantic. And just want to say hi to my wife, Michelle, and my kids, Madison and Marissa. And thanks, Michelle, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks for coming out and fishing with us, Matt. Thanks, buddy. Now we have Chris coming up on the stage. Hooked an 8 today and just got to watch it get away. That's a tough one to swallow. You had 974 yesterday, and you're going to add 980 today, so that's tough to watch that go.
Oh, it was a nightmare. I don't know what happened. I had it on, came to the surface, wallowed around, took one run, hook came out. Just fell right out.
That is part of fishing. We do know that. Well, thank you very much for coming out and supporting Wild West Bass Trail. Little fish, Jay. We're going to add 852 to your total of 13 yesterday. It's going to be 2152. Anybody want to say hi to?
My wife and daughter's out in the audience.
People came over here to watch. I see you down there, a little smiling face. All right, sir. Thank you for coming out and fishing Wild West. Thank you. Next up, Joe Martirano had 682 yesterday. Did you get that today, I see?
Yeah, I did a lot better today. I want to give a special thanks to my wife, Karen, main sponsor, and what a great job that check-in boat guy did. I don't know, Glenn Pearson or something like that. So he did a great job.
Evidently, Glenn's got his own crew up here that's going to give it reverse back down off the stage. You have 16:08 for the weekend, sir. Thank you for coming out and fishing with Wild West. Hopefully so. Next up, pro angler, Mr. Jim Elliott. How you doing today, Jim? Not very good. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if I want to sit here and put the microphone over if you're feeling good, not good, but his wife, Melissa, is at home. I know he wants to say hello to her. She's sick, too. We're going to add 792 to your total of 1584. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Sportsman Shell Express, absolutely one of Jim's big sponsors. Thank you for coming fishing with us, Jim. I do not need to get sick. We have a lot of work to be doing over the next couple of weeks. Mr. Bailey Hurst, 730 yesterday. Today we're going to add a little bit to that, 315 for the day.
Well, it was a good day. Had a lot of fun with Jim. Didn't catch quite as many fish as yesterday, but it was still a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bailey, for coming out and fishing with us, sir. Next up, we're going to find it here on the computer here in just a second. Mr. James Vella. All right, buddy, go ahead and set it inside there. All right, yesterday you had 838. You're going to better that today with 1013. Is going to give you 1851 for the weekend.
Better than yesterday. That's all I can say about this one. Hi to Mom and Dad and just friends, all the support coming here, and all the well wishes and whatnot. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming fishing with us, James. Appreciate it, buddy. Next up, Mr. Darren Brown. And Darren, this morning he had to hitch a ride here from the casino because of the snow. He couldn't get down here. So we will find you a ride back to Black Oak tonight. Absolutely, when we're done. Yesterday you had a tough day. Today you had 1011.
Better than 0.
Way better. It's actually 1011 better than 0. So thank you very much for coming out and fishing with us, sir. We will make sure you get back to Black Oak tonight. Next up, we have Mr. Randy Pearson, whose dad was the check-in boat for us out there, Glenn, so he already got his props today. It's your turn.
Oh, I kind of had a tough time and, just never got the right bite. I want to say just a special thanks to whoever made it happen to be able to come here. Black Oak Casino, I know, was a big part. Tuolumne County Visitor Center, City of Sonora, City of Oakdale. And then I have to say special thanks to Outdoor Sportsman out of Stockton. So.
Well, Randy, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Thank you for coming out. 1197 out. You can have 2535 for the weekend. Next up, Mr. Byron Stone. You had 793 yesterday, Byron? Is that what you had? Yep, 793 yesterday. So you have 529 to add to that today.
Rough day. Broke off good fish to start the day, and
kind of just didn't recover from that.
All righty, buddy. Better luck next time. Thank you for coming fishing Wild West. Next up, pro angler, Mr. Howard Hughes. Howard had a good bag yesterday, I do believe. You had somewhere around 14, 15 pounds, didn't you? I will help you put those inside of there. I can't quite weigh them with just my hand. I have to put them inside the basket. You had 14.98 yesterday. We're going to add 11.21 to that. It's going to give you 26.19. It might put you in check range. I don't think it's going to be top 10, though.
Pretty sure that's over, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks.
All right, Howard. Thanks for coming and fishing with us, sir. Thank you. Next up, Mr. Tim Dominguez had 4 pounds yesterday. Looks like he definitely did better than that today, Tim.
Yeah, I did. Fished with Howard today, and we had a good time out there. It was a lot better than yesterday. It was sunny and no wind and no rain.
Yeah, that definitely makes it easier. 873 added for a total of 1282 for the weekend. Thank you for coming out and fishing Wild West, sir. What's up, Ralph? That's all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. She's just got to get it on the computer. Mr. Ralph. I'm going to call you Ralph. I'm going to go that way. That way I don't slaughter it again. You had... Yeah, his crew out here making it, just egging it on. We're going to add 964. We're going to have 1856 for the weekend, Ralph. Thank you very much for coming out fishing with us.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you and Wild West Bass for coming over to this lake. I know when I saw this on the schedule last fall, I was pretty excited. And it showed out, but this lake truly has some giants in it. And hadn't we got this storm, we probably would have saw some
absolutely huge bags. Fish in the teens. We hear guys losing 12s already. So thanks, buddy. Good to see you, Ralph. Mr. Carter Trouton, come on up, Carter. You had 648 yesterday. Definitely better than that today. You want to say hi to anybody?
Yeah, my dad's watching. What's up, Greg?
We're going to add 1087 to that. It's going to give you a total of 1735 for the weekend. Thank you, Carter, for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. Come on up, Mike. Throwing with Michael Coleman.
I'm doing real good, man. I had a much better day. I made some adjustments. I just want to say thanks to RB Bass, Cal Coast Fishing, Bass Assassin Lures, River to Sea, and Phoenix Rods, and to my girl and my son at home watching. I had a better day today, and I'll be home in a little bit.
Right on, buddy. We're going to have 1583. Great bag there. You're going to have 2480 for the weekend. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate you coming out. I'm not sure. I do not know if that is check range or not, sir. Pro angler Mark Lassane, how you doing, sir?
Hey.
You had 1143 yesterday. You're going to have 993 to that today.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, one day I'll figure this lake out. I've only been here a couple times, so you want to thank Wild West for coming. This is just an awesome event. The casino, man, it was great. My sponsors, Triton, Mercury, Aquaview, Garmin, Cal Coast, the Clip and Coals, man, those things are awesome. Really work great for these fish here.
Right on, Mark. Thank you very much for coming out and fishing with Wild West, sir. Mr. Rocky Ward had 770 yesterday. It doesn't look like you bettered that today, sir.
No, sir. It was a tough day out there. We had fun, though. Mark couldn't have been a better boater. You know, had a great time. You know, I want to thank Myrtle Creek Body Shop, Thompson Auto Body, and my wife.
We're going to add 410 to that. It's going to give you 1180 for the weekend. Thank you, Rocky, for coming out and fishing with Wild West this weekend. All right, buddy. Thank you. Next up, pro angler Mr. Steve Klein. I know you're down in your boat 23, so you had 1159 yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't quite do that today, but caught a lot of fish today. Partner's got a good story about a big one. We lost right at the boat. It was on his line, though, but it's a shame it got away. Probably every bit of 7 pounds or so right at the boat. Just want to say, just awesome job for Wild West putting this on. I know it takes a lot of work to do this. Just really appreciate you guys doing it. And Don Pedro, what an awesome fishery. Definitely put this one back on your schedule.
Absolutely. You know, that would definitely be a good thing for us to do. I mean, if you look at the size of these big fish we've been weighing in today, it's a testament to this lake, and especially in the conditions we're in. Imagine if it would have been the conditions like they were a couple weeks ago. So thank you, Steve. Appreciate it, sir. Mr. Craig Nelson, he's never short for a story, so obviously he lost a big one today. So yesterday Craig had 593. You bettered that today, definitely, with 731, but let's hear the story.
No comment.
Well, you didn't go off the houseboat like you were supposed to do last night, so maybe that was part of it.
I'll go tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you for coming fishing Wild West, Craig. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. All right, man. We're going to weigh a big fish now for Mr. Christian Ostrander yesterday. didn't have the day. You definitely beat yesterday with just that fish, it looks like. No, you did. 519. It's not going to put you in big fish range because it took a 5. It's going to take a 540 for that. But it is definitely a nice fish. All right, Christian. All right. Add 1362 to your weight from yesterday. What do you want to say hi to?
My girlfriend, I kind of forgot it was her birthday and got a nasty text. So, but you know what? Hey, life's good.
Okay, we're going to go to the co-angler, Mr. Chad Oliver, on that note. Chad, you had 804 yesterday. Hopefully you can beat the girlfriend story.
Oh, man, just had a great time today. Fished with 2 great pros today and yesterday. And just thanks for coming out here, guys.
All right, well, you had 868 added to it. It's going to give you a little over 16 pounds for the weekend. Thank you very much for coming out and fishing Wild West, bud. Next up, Mr. Matt Saavedra. How you doing, Matt? Good to see you, buddy. He had 948 yesterday. Doesn't look like you quite have that today.
No, I did this tournament in reverse. I had a really good practice, got a 10, caught some big ones. I know, it was way backwards, but I got to thank Spiralite Rods, Phil's Propeller, and Redding, and you guys are doing an awesome job. Jason, you in particular, your communication, everything, you do a fantastic job. I love what you're doing for all the anglers out here. I love fishing this thing. You're doing a great job.
Well, thank you, Matt. It's much appreciated. 929 out of your bag for a total of 1877 for the weekend. You have a safe trip home. It's always a pleasure to see you, buddy. All right, man. Thanks, dude. Next up, our co-angler yesterday that caught, and what was it? How big was that thing yesterday, Grant? 821. Grant Harness caught one of those yesterday. His total yesterday was 14 pounds. Today, Grant is a stud on the back of the boat, definitely. Yeah, no, he's going to add 1296 to that. That's going to give him 2696. That's going to put you in the top 10 right now. It looks like in 3rd place.
Right on. I just want to thank my pros for putting me on the fish, and thank all my friends for watching live and for all their support.
Awesome, Grant. Congratulations, buddy. Good job today, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you tomorrow. All right, bud. Next up, pro angler Mr. Jim Oliver had 781 yesterday. How you doing, Jim?
Good. Good. Say hi to my wife Tony and my daughter Morgan. They're probably watching. Had a good day today. Had fun. Caught small fish. Had a great time though.
Well, thanks for coming out and fishing with us. 692 is going to be added to your total, sir. Thank you very much for fishing Wild West, and have a safe trip home. Thank you. Next up, Mr. Garth Jantz. Definitely better than yesterday.
A little better.
A little bit better. 322 today, so tough weekend for you, but thank you for coming out and fishing Wild West. You want to thank anybody?
Actually, my pro, Jim Oliver. Thank you.
Had a good time fishing with Jim? Awesome. Thank you for coming out and fishing with us, buddy. Next up, pro Mr. Dustin Nossinger. I don't know what boat number he is. Looks like he's 21 there. There we go. He had 983 yesterday. You're going to get that close today.
Yeah, I want to thank all my family in Oregon, my friends and family, and my great co-anglers.
Awesome. Thank you, Dustin. We're going to add 965. That'll give you 1948 for the weekend. Have a safe trip home, sir. Next up, Mr. Terry Bennett. Yesterday had 869, it looks like. Doesn't look like you quite have that today.
No, it was a little harder for me.
We're going to add 752 to your total. It's going to give you around 1621, sir.
Yeah, my wife's watching, I think. Thank her for all the support, and thank you guys for coming out here, and I had a good time.
Terry, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Thank you for coming out and fishing Wild West. It looks like that is the end of our fish. I'm going to make one check around, and then we'll be right back to close this up.
Rise and get ready. Anticipate every win. Feed the soul. Tally the score. Feel the vibe. And bask in every moment. Because the excitement is growing, and we invite you to join in the fun at Black Oak Casino Resort, where winning is second nature.
You know, I've never really had an office job.
Ooh, morning, Skate.
Morning, Edwin. Go to teamgtfishing.com to see more.
future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
Welcome back. This is the conclusion of day 2 for our weigh-in for the Wild West Bass Trail here at Lake Don Pedro. Want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting us. In a few moments here, we'll be going over the top 10 pros and the top 10 co-anglers to find out who our finalists are for tomorrow's fish-off. With that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out here and watching us. Hopefully we don't get rained on here in the next 15-20 minutes so we can get this done. I want to thank everybody for supporting us, and we will talk to you all soon and see you on the water tomorrow.
Rise and get ready. Anticipate every win. Feed the soul. Tally the score. Feel the vibe. And bask in every moment. Because the excitement is growing, and we invite you to join in the fun at Black Oak Casino Resort. The winning is second nature.
You know, I've never really had an office job. Ooh, morning, Skate. Morning, Edwin. Go to teamgtfishing.com to see more.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
Rise and get ready. Anticipate every win. Feed the soul. Tally the score. Feel the vibe. And bask in every moment. Because the excitement is growing, and we invite you to join in the fun at Black Oak Casino Resort. The winning is second nature.
You know, I've never really had an office job. Ooh, morning, Skate. Morning, Edwin. Go to teamgtfishing.com to see more.
The The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
Rise and get ready. Anticipate every win. Feed the soul. Tally the score. Feel the vibe. And bask in every moment. Because the excitement is growing, and we invite you to join in the fun at Black Oak Casino Resort. The winning is second nature.
You know, I've never really had an office job. Ooh, morning, Skate. Morning, Edwin. Go to teamgtfishing.com to see more.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com. The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole nother level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
You know, I've never really had an office job. Ooh, morning, Skate. Morning, Edwin. Go to teamgtfishing.com to see more.
Rise and get ready. Anticipate every win. Feed the soul. Tally the score. Feel the vibe. And bask in every moment. Because the excitement is growing, and we invite you to join in the fun at Black Oak Casino Resort. The winning is second nature.